Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. It's time now to review headlines on today's newspapers with the Ombudsman. And this day, and Arise Media Group and this day's newspapers Limited Group Executive Director, Kayode Komolafe. Good morning and happy Sunday to you.
Good morning, Oji. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, KK. Good morning. Good to have you.
Good to have you.
All right,
Thank you.
Let's dive into it.
Yes.
We'll start, of course, with this day on Sunday, the newspaper of record. And I think that we should start on a cheery, jazzy note.
Yes.
Given
That will be in order.
given what we have on the window, as well as the two cover pictures. The window story says, Glamour, Unlimited Craftsmanship as Arise Fashion Week and Jazz Festival ends. Herbie Hancock, Wizkid enchant Lagos with cross-generational sounds. And of course, the pictures, moment of glee as Wizkid, Herbie Hancock thrill audience. Award-winning artists, Wizkid and Herbie Hancock, shutting it all down at the 20th edition of Arise Fashion Week and Jazz Festival in Lagos yesterday.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's almost like this money because for those who were there, you know,
why don't we take that story with this day style?
And then we now return to the
yes, then we can return to the
all right,
rest.
so let's take it together.
Absolutely, the same theme on this day style. If you can pull that up, lights, camera, action, Arise Fashion Week and Jazz Festival 2023. Picture of Naomi Campbell, supermodel Alpha Dia, male model, and all the amazing art of yesterday, like Steve mentioned, Wizkid and Herbie Hancock. We have a full spread of attendees of the event as well. I mean, this is our 20th edition. It all started in 2007, and that was the year it all began. The first Arise Fashion Week was held as far back as 2007 and was known then as Arise Magazine Fashion Week. It has since evolved to Arise Africa Fashion Week and Arise Fashion Week. Amazing. Mr. Komolafe, you were there. I saw you sitting.
KK was there.
I was there for
you were there
I
as well.
was there. I was there on Friday and I was there last night.
Right. I hosted two, day one and day two.
On Thursday.
Yes, as well. So it was fantastic.
You are quite right. Okay. I was there for the 3 days.
Right.
And I really enjoyed myself, if I must confess. Now, at the risk of being accused of indulging in self-congratulations, I think it was a hugely successful outing, you know, the Fashion Week. So, and of course, the climax yesterday, you know, with the performance by Herbie Hancock and Wizkid, you know. Like I said, that maybe by design, you know, what was on display, you know, is a real cultural blend of both the old, you know, and the young. If to say, you know, 82-year-old Hancock, you know, 14 Grammy Awards, you know, in his pocket, you know. 14. He really displayed that he's indeed a master.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
In his game. The show, like I said, I was there, you know, as a reporter, you know, witnessing all that happened. Was well attended.
It was.
You know, well organized, and of course the designers again. You know, put on, you know, their best. You know, and of course we could see that the diversity, again, in terms of the age, in terms of the geography of, you know, of the various locations, you know, we did a very rich display, you know, of culture. So I think it would be in order to say congratulations. You know.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to the Duke as well. He pulled off a fantastic event. And you know, this year marked a triple celebration for Arise Fashion Week. You know, I'm just reading from this day style. As the founder and chairman, Nduka Obaigbena, Duke of Owa Kingdom, commemorates the 20th edition. I see why you're confused about
20th edition, sorry,
2003.
yes.
So it's
not
the 20th
edition.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And as well as our 10th anniversary.
10th
this
anniversary.
whole celebration. You saw that there was like the banquet as well set up. So it was a nice celebration.
It was a lovely dinner,
And
by the way.
Yeah, did you have dinner?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, great. And
With
also,
a bit of champagne, too.
Steve, enjoyment master.
I trust it.
It's 10th anniversary of Arise.
Channel. And the 20th and 28th anniversary of This Day newspapers. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And we must not also forget to commend the This Day Style
Yes.
team, for
yes.
a very good production.
Absolutely.
The show ended this morning.
Yes.
And here you have,
And here we have
this
it.
Yes.
very beautiful
Fantastic.
production,
Absolutely.
telling the story of what
Yeah.
happened, I also say congratulations to This Day Style. Too.
Yeah.
Yes, Konya is doing amazing. Well
And
done.
I like the fact that the jazz on the runway kind of a thing. For every jazz aficionado in Lagos, yesterday will be a special day.
Yes.
Because I think that ideally, a city where something like that is hosted ought to feel it, ought to be part of such a celebration. Herbie Hancock is a legend.
He is.
International icon by every standard, and I think that coming to Lagos, giving that beautiful performance, was just a big deal, for me. I mean, people will say that who needs an orchestra when you have a quality quartet like Herbie
It was a
Hancock?
value added.
Absolutely,
Right.
So it was great. And
I agree with you,
yes,
Steve, yeah.
and to the designers, Larry Da Silva was, enchanting. Not to talk of, Tiffany Amber,
Yes.
who closed the show. And I like the fact that it wasn't just, as always, what you expect of models, plus size, lady was also there.
I love that you noticed that.
Oh,
I love
absolutely.
that you noticed
I thought that
The
was very
inclusion,
creative.
very creative.
And very,
It's a
very
whole
sensible
new
thing
team.
to do.
It's a whole new team,
Yeah.
this Arise Fashion Week. So,
Wow.
you can tell that
Yes,
they put in
yes.
a lot, especially having all the young
Yes,
models. There were
yes.
so many young models
Yes.
that were there, and they did
Yes,
fantastic.
yes.
Really.
And using music, to accompany the catwalking and everything, especially when you have designers from Mali, from Nigeria and stuff like that. And it takes you into a different kind of cultural environment. It was such a beautiful package, and I commend those who are behind it.
It's so
Absolutely.
wonderful. It's so wonderful to see
Great stuff.
African
Yes,
designers
yes.
blossom this way as well.
Fantastic.
All right, let's take more stories.
So more stories from this day. The lead story says, in uniting APC, Buhari says Tinubu will give his best to Nigeria. Former governor hails president for being focused amidst distraction. Tinubu responsible for Nigeria's economic setback, says PDP, in firing back at the president basically endorsing the candidate of his party as the next president and as his successor. On top of that lead story, hoarding of Naira notes, Zulum threatens to revoke banks' land allocations. ICPC arrests bank officials over sabotage. Naira scarcity demarketing APC, says Akredolu. And on top of the masthead, Obi, currency redesign, not peculiar to Nigeria. I mean, different, mixed feelings about this Naira, design and the trauma that people are going through, and then the justification for it by the banks. And I like the fact that, the saboteurs, particularly from the banking,
Yes.
sector, are now being arrested,
Yes.
and hopefully they will be prosecuted.
Did you see that video that was circulating this weekend? I mean, on Saturday, where there was a bank. They caught this
I saw it, yeah.
hiding new Naira notes
Behind
behind
the
the
old
ones.
I saw it.
What is all
I
this?
saw the other one with the with nylon still with the new Naira notes, and then putting them, in the ATM machine. Of course, it won't dispense because it's all
I think
wrapped up.
ICPC has arrested a bank
Yes,
official
they
in
have.
Abuja. Yeah.
They have. Last but not the least, KK, S&P rekindles hope of Nigeria's economic recovery, revises outlook. That's a story on page 8. But of course, the key stories are Buhari on Tinubu, and of course, the hoarding of Naira.
Yes, the lead story of this day, this morning, of course, you find it virtually on the front pages of all the newspapers for you this morning.
Yes.
The Tribune, The Nation, Punch, Vanguard, The Guardian, all have the story. Yes, of course, what the president said, in fact, The Nation puts it, more...
The Nation says Buhari, Tinubu is next president.
Next president. I quoted the president as his, okay.
The quote says, Asiwaju, you are going to win through and through. You are the next president of Nigeria. I trust in your dedication and service.
Yes.
That's the way the Nation captured it.
Of course, you don't expect otherwise. That is the proper thing to do. That is why I feel like it was very strange of people who were saying that the president should play the statesman by not supporting the candidate of his party. I mean, that would be politically irresponsible. The president is the leader of the party. He was at the convention where Tinubu emerged as the presidential candidate. So the president is doing the proper thing, that...
So will this be a response to what Asiwaju has said or has insinuated consistently?
I wouldn't want to read any notice to it.
And Rufai's call that don't play any neutrality
My
here.
brief this morning is just to say that what the president has done is proper. What could be the motivation? I'm not interested in that, but I'm just saying that in party politics, a responsible
he's a party man, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. No, a responsible party man, especially the leader of the party for that matter, the responsible thing to do is to support the candidate of your party. And I'm saying that President Buhari is doing the proper thing by supporting the candidate of his party, just as I expect leaders of other parties to also support their respective presidential candidates. So to expect otherwise, to me, it to be a politically illiterate, proposition, That's what we are doing, So that is not the other story, is the crisis
the Naira.
in the land,
Maybe you should take it with the lead of the Tribune that says Afenifere to Buhari, 7 days too long to solve Naira crisis. That's the lead.
And I think on that note, I agree with Tribune. With Afenifere.
With Afenifere.
With Afenifere that 7 days might be too long because the crisis that we have on the land, in this matter, lives have been lost. There have been reported cases of people slumping.
Dying.
There are cases of people, being taken to the hospital because because of lack of funds. A woman in labor, bleeding. So it's not a joking matter. There is crisis in the land. And that has to be responded to. And that is why I believe that contrary to what you were saying, I was watching you, Steve, that what the APC governors did is the sensitive thing, The governors are responsible for the security and welfare of people in their respective states, The truth of it is that a combination of currency scarcity and fuel scarcity, you can't have a greater recipe, recipe for a crisis, that it has to be done. So that's how I agree that urgent steps, will have to be taken, to do. And in doing so, it should be advised that this fixation on the election, in implementing this policy, this is supposed to be a purely technical, thing by a monetary authority, By the way, the mandate of central bank, is not about sanitizing the electoral process. It is not the business of a central bank, to be so concerned, about what happens in the electoral district. That is the job of INEC. Excuse me, not interpretation of people. No. The job of election, the management of regulation of election is that of INEC.
Yes.
If crimes, vote buying is a crime.
Yes.
If crimes are committed, vote buying in a lawyer is bribery. Bribery is corruption.
Yes.
There are agencies that are responsible for that. That is not the mandate of central bank.
Excuse me.
Let me just finish.
There will always be divided opinion.
Let me just finish. That. So I'm saying that there are agencies established by law to deal with the issue of regulating election.
That's correct.
And so central bank already has a lot on its plate to deal with, in terms of implementing monetary policies. So I'm saying that it's better advised, to forget this fixation with election and see how this policy will be implemented. Because if you remove that, then you will not have the problem with the date. There is nothing that says that even if after these 10 days you discover that the problem has not been solved, that you extend it. But it is clear that the reason why there is problem with the date is because you say you want to stop vote buying. And I'm saying that it is not the business of central bank to stop vote buying.
All right. Unfortunately, we don't have much time. We'll talk more after the show. But I'm sure our viewers get your point, Mr. Komolafe. Thank you again for joining us on our Sunday Tonic newspaper review. Well, all right.
All right. That brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching and stay safe. I'm Steve Ayorinde.
And I'm Oji Okwe from our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria. Enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.